as far as
There we
cost
go.
goes,
We finally went
thermal
live on YouTube.
Thermal cameras, you can get this one for probably between $300 and $500. The fancier ones up to about $1,000. You can get cheap ones and adapters for about $200. Boo Buddy is probably the most expensive thing we have. That's straight from the Ghost Hunt shop. That's one of their custom items, and I think Boo Buddy costs a few $100. The REM pods some of them are custom made by me. The rest of them probably cost about $4 a pop. They're very cheap and basic. By the way, if at any point somebody sees anything during this that I don't, you can blind, just go right ahead and let me know.
Let's see.
So, lots of different tools. We just grabbed basically the basics of things. Cat is still getting set up. I'm gonna turn this off for a minute.
Did we want to put the REM pods out anywhere?
Sure. So I can do this one hand.
No.
REM pod.
It says there's one person on the live. And if there is somebody on the live, tell me if you can hear me.
This right here, REM pod. It is basically the same principle as the EMF meters there, the ghost meters, but it just detects any change in electromagnetic field and has a single very bright LED there. So if I were to like wave this around, smack it with my hand, which is hard to do one-handed, you see the light lights up. So we're gonna just put these around in various places. We won't necessarily be able to monitor them all, but luckily they're bright enough to where if anything's happening, we'll see what's going on. If you're taking on one of them apart, well, one apart, I apologize. I just saw that one there. I think I've taken apart just about everything here at one point or another. And Vicky says she's here and can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I know she can't figure out how to.
It's mostly
Hi, Vicky. We're just finishing getting set up.
Most of the EMF stuff is pretty basic, just attenuators and changes of the EMF. Just literally just a conductor. And the more conductor, the better. Except it's picking up a radio frequency instead of a physical electrical field. So it's weird. Electricity and everything in the world has an electromagnetic field in it. The Earth itself has an electromagnetic field, and it's just a matter of finding anything that's different from what's supposed to be there. That's the same principle of the Gauss meters and the ghost meters. They're already set up to kind of filter out whatever, like, I don't remember, it's like 500 Gauss is like the electromagnetic field of the Earth. So it's set to pick up anything above that, so it doesn't pick up the actual Earth itself.
All right. I think we got all that set up. If we want to sit and grab some different things. I think I'm going to turn this one on and leave it on the table. I have, let's see what you can see, a recorder here with a little microphone. And
Fortunately, YouTube was not letting us stream from any mobile device. Oh, yeah.
That's just me.
That's right. Her headlight is a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and when you squeeze the mouth, it screams and turns on, and the lights turn red, which makes it the best ever.
Nope, I don't want to delete.
I'm going to put this down for just a second while I try to do something with my other hand.
Okay. All right, that's recording.
For those on YouTube, this is a REM pod. It picks up changes in electromagnetic fields, and the light, whenever it picks it up, the light flashes like that. You see I'm shaking it and whacking it, and the light turns on. If I don't move it, nothing. We're putting these in a few places throughout the upstairs. We'll just see. We'll give one to Boo Buddy here. He'll hang on to it for now. And then I'm going to put the last one in the room with the laser.
I'll hold that. I'll sit.
Or should I put this on the table?
Maybe put one down by the trigger items. I'll show you on YouTube in just a second. This is where I put the different trigger items. These are all things from the house.
The wind block. That was just a great time when you're wondering who's leaving you gifts in the attic, and all of a sudden, in addition to a little baseball and some cards, you get a little wooden block, which is the stuff that nightmares are made of.
I'll give that back to you. So somebody was asking how much this all cost, and I mean, we've accumulated it over, like, there's John. We're both, oh, let's turn our lights off so people can see us. Okay, now can we see anything? Yes, I gotta sit down now so you can see.
Turn my chair, so.
Okay. Yeah, we've been accumulating this stuff over the years, so what the prices were for some things are probably much more now, but I mean, altogether, I mean, we probably spent a good couple $1,000 on stuff over the years. But we didn't just spend like a couple $1,000 at one time. So I got a couple candles here so you guys could see a little bit, because we do not have night vision on the phone or on the are they able to hear me on the TikTok? I don't know if the microphone is working or not.
I do not know. There's one person watching right now. Hey, whoever's watching, let me know if you can hear a cat speaking.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
So on the table, let's see, I might have to find it. There we go. That's not too bad. So on the table between the candles, you'll see something with a green and a yellow light. And like the yellow light is blinking a bit. That is an EMF detector. We're not really quite sure. He thinks it's picking up a radio wavelength or something because, oh, it's that Ryan. It's Ryan from Colorado Springs. He's on the YouTube stream. Dog is barking. She is not happy that we are up here without her. So we put that there so we can try and see if we can solicit some answers from anything, if there is something that does come into the room. So hello everybody, as you're joining, come in, tell us what your name is and where you're watching from. And so let's see, are there any spirits here with us? You can wave your hand in front of that blinking device there to let us know you're here. If you'd like to say something, you can say it into the little microphone that is also on the table next to there. We might not be able to hear you now, but we might be able to hear you in a little bit. So our neighbors have told us that they see people, I believe, in this room, and then also in this room over here where we have a static camera and a laser grid set up to see if anything goes on in there. But they have seen an elderly gentleman, a tall elderly gentleman, and an older woman wearing glasses. And so we're hoping that one of them, if not someone else, will come by. Hi, Rachel. Glad to have you with us. So if anybody is here with us and you'd like a chance to talk with us, you can put your hand, you can move in front of that device over there. We brought some toys with that we found in the house. I don't know if you guys can see them. Let's see. We'll give it a couple more minutes to see if it does anything more. It's been kind of just at the same spot there. And then maybe we'll try the ghost box or FLIR or something. Let's see if I can show you guys FLIR.
YouTube has not seen that yet.
No. So let's see. This is the FLIR. Let me turn it on. Okay. So this is the FLIR, and I might not. I'm too close.
No.
Oh, thank you. So it's open now. Still kind of close, but so you can see it captures the different temperatures. There's a cursor on it. I know it's hard for you guys to see there. But as you move the cursor over things, it'll tell you the different temperatures. So like the candle is much warmer than, this device here, or the table, which is much cold.
Go show person.
And so, so there's John. That's what it looks like when you have an anomaly walk in front of it. Maybe you want to play with it with that. It's easier to hold in front of the TikTok than it is to the YouTube, because sadly it would not let me go live on my phone for YouTube. So I'm having to use my computer, and it's not working as much. So let's see.
Right now we are just hanging out again for those here in our east wing of the second floor in the second suite. We haven't named any of the rooms yet.
That's Tasha trying to get up here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're fairly certain we know how many rooms we have now, but.
Should we just let her up here before she destroys that door, or?
Okay. Here, I will go collect the dog.
Okay. Thanks, Ryan. We appreciate that. If you are just joining us, feel free to tell us your name and where you're from. Hello, D. Olive LeRae. We are doing a ghost hunt in our Victorian mansion, messing around with the FLIR gun. It's kind of hard for you guys to see, for it to really show what it's like. There's Doggo coming up. Hi, Doggo. Yep, Doggo set off the REM pod. Now she's gonna go. Oh, Doggo looks funny. So I think we will be trying a ghost box or something soon. The spirit box. Tasha, please do not do zoomies. Oh, there's a Callie too. Hi, baby. Okay, no playing with the candles.
Oh, look, a bed for a dog to lay in, actually.
Oh, there we go.
Well, they're way too hyper.
Yeah, they'll settle down here in a second. The dogs were going crazy trying to get up here, so
Yeah.
we whoop. Thanks, Tosh.
So,
Knocking all
for
my
anybody
stuff out of the
new,
way.
just so you know, currently we are running an EVP session, but we're not asking any specific questions. We've got a few ghost meters, EMF meters, recorders, a couple of REM pods set up, some down there, some by Boo Buddy over there. In that room, we have a camcorder with night vision set up and a laser grid, as well as a laser grid. This is recording.
All right.
REM pods throughout the upstairs. These are some of our trigger items. They are things that were here from when we moved in. We cleaned them up a little bit, and apparently the dog is very interested in them as well. Get your snip out of your way. Okay. And right now, Kat's got the thermal camera.
Taking pictures of doggos.
What you gotta do. So
Is anyone on YouTube besides Rachel and Ryan? Because the YouTube is not working out as well as I would like. And it's really hard to show you guys anything. And if it's just you guys, then I might say, come on over on TikTok. Is Vicky still on there? What that was?
yep, she is.
Vicky's still on there? Okay.
Someone here, a little Ray, if that's you still here. You said first pay respect and actually open your soul. Depending on your thoughts about how things work, you might just leave we'll leave the soul out of this one. You don't challenge anything you don't respect. So in general, don't challenge anything. It's more of a cooperation. When we cleansed the house last week with some spiritual friends, it's not like they banished spirits from the house. They just told them, like, hey, if you stay, you're going to behave. And if you're not, then we're going to have some words.
We have one rule, and that was no harming to anyone. And then otherwise, any spirit is welcome to stay, as long as they don't harm anybody and they're not trying to scare anybody, unless they're ghost hunting. I told them they could feel free to try and scare anybody ghost hunting as much as they like.
Gotcha. Now, we're streaming on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, but I'm holding the TikTok camera. Who wants to go take a tour?
It is much harder for me to do a tour on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Because the camera.
Well, thank you very much there, Will Ray. Give me a second. I'm going to take the turn on a light here. Take the thermal camera.
All right. You guys go have fun
give
with
you guys
that.
a quick little tour of the house. Now, obviously, you can't look at everything in the thermal camera all at once, but we have two grand staircases that come up and downstairs.
Are there any spirits in here with us? If there are, you can let us know in a multitude of ways. Anywhere you see that there are these little lights on these machines here, if you go by them, they will light up, and then we will know that you are near.
So we're going to kind of get a little front suite there eventually. Here.
And
There's Cat. So it's quite chilly up here. It's still winter here in the Midwest, so pretty much anything with the heat signature is going to show up.
yeah, that light is John walking around doing a tour with the TikTok. Sadly, I can do a lot more with the TikTok. I think, Vicki, we are down to you now. We got to put this on your phone, Vicki, so that you can chat in the thing, because I feel like I'm all by myself, because you're messaging me on my phone and John has my phone. Let's see. But we're learning here. It would not let me do the live on my phone. So, let's see. I think when he comes back, maybe we'll try to do the spirit box, ghost box. There's Tasha. Where's my Cali Bell? Oh, no, I knocked my Gatorade over. Sorry. There's my doggos. You decide to come back and join us? Hi, babies. Why don't you settle down? Yeah. Oh, look at all the windows you got to look out.
Making a spectacle when I should be seeking a connection. This is not a night for connection. This is a night for exploration and for sharing. So, I'm sorry that it's a spectacle.
Who was it that said that? And he can't hear me anymore. I heard him. Let's see. Sorry, baby. You're okay. Let's try. Yeah. So this is the EMF reader. Here, let me turn my light on for you. It's gonna roar like a dinosaur. So that's the EMF, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, now it's going up more. I'm like, it's interesting that I brought it over by my computer and lost the light. But so this is what I was trying to use to communicate. Let's see, let's turn it back on to kind of reset it. And let's see. So if I move it closer to here, it should light up more, and it's going down. So that's really weird because this is electronics. So it should be going up. Anyways, let's see. Maybe I can hold. I'm trying to hold the camera. So there you can see. So let's see. Is there anybody in here with us? If you move by this device, there we go. I can't put my light directly on it. Otherwise, you guys can't see anything. If you come by this device, it'll light up and I'll know you're here. Is Charles Lockwood here? I know some people have seen an older gentleman. I don't know if it could be Charles Lockwood or Lane Lockwood.
The main floor, 13-foot ceiling, second floor, 11-foot ceilings.
Or if it could be one of the many other residents.
The attic is gonna be tall. There's a set of stairs that goes from the attic to the observation deck on the roof.
You see that? Camera in the camera in the camera. What about Marion or Mary Lockwood? Oh, I got a little extra light there on that one. Is Marion Lockwood around? See, that second one is lighting up now. And it went away. Okay. What about Mary Lockwood? Okay. Giving me a little bleep. Let's see. So we got a lot of different electronic devices around here. So I'm getting a second light now. So if you need to take some energy from one of those devices, feel free. Let's see. Okay. And which one is that one?
This same thing as what you have, except professional grade.
Okay. Is it being pretty consistent?
No idea. Light will beep and change color when there's something detected.
Okay. So let's see. If I put it over there, they have to move by the doggos. So maybe I will go back. So wait. With this hand. Okay. And then I just got the one light. All right. And no lights. There we go. Is there anybody here? Now it's lighting up. Okay. If that's you lighting it up, you can stop. Very nice. Oh, it's kind of doing it again. I wonder if I point it out this way, I automatically get two. Let's see.
Strange. It might not be calibrated right.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe we should just use that one.
Let's see. Zero, let me test. Nothing. Yeah.
That one at nothing?
I mean, nothing's happening, but.
Like, well, it should be pretty nothing, so. Who else is in here besides Vicky? Let's see, there's another person in. Say hi. Or I don't know if it's Rachel or Ryan. Or somebody else. Well, we could always try the spirit box. Oh, I knew I forgot something. I forgot to bring up the headphones.
That's okay. We can only do so much at a time.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. You guys can see that. All right. So if there is someone here with us, if you move by this device here with the little green light, that's just Tasha setting that off. Oh, that's a good girl going to your bed. Kaylee's going to stay nice and close to Mama. My little guard dog. She's like, get that light out my face, Mom. But if you go by this device, it will let us know that you are around and that you want to speak with us. If you want to talk, now's a good time. We have some different recorders that might be able to hear you even if we can't.
Little Ray, we are recording in 3 different rooms with 4 different recorders. This is the only room we're talking in for the EVP session. The rest of them are just recordings. If anything wants to be known, it will be known to us. I'm going to put one of the REM pods on the desk too, just for fun. Oh, that was... Man, I really wish I had been watching that. Nice. Let's take this REM pod away from
That one is like flipped over, so it goes off a lot easier now too. I'm going to put it back. Tasha knocked it over. There we go.
So standard REM pods detects electromagnetic fields.
And you see, like, he doesn't even have to touch it. As he comes up around it, it lit up. Oh, you're right. I was like, what is that?
Bringing stuff over here. So again, this is our first time we've done any kind of investigations in this house. We've only been here for a few weeks. It is a very, very, very large house with wings and rooms that we have yet to really get to know. I think this is the first time we've been upstairs in the house this week. Yeah. And I haven't been up in the attic now in a week and a half, 2 weeks. So it's a
yeah, not since last Sunday when Jenny and Mike came over.
We'll eventually unpack all of our paranormal investigation equipment, our spiritual equipment. We've barely gotten the library set up at this point, but out of like 10 cases of equipment, we've opened up like 2 and just grabbed a bunch of stuff and came up here with it. So the spirit box, Rachel, yes, it can be very loud, especially if you have an analog one where it'll play static all the time, and then it only stops playing static long enough to give you a voice or a word, and then goes back to static.
Did we ever figure out if they can hear me talking or not?
Vicky said she could.
Oh, okay. Well, I know Vicky said she could hear me on here. I didn't know if they can hear me on the TikTok or not. So, yeah, I was going to say something. Yeah, we like to, sometimes it's fun to do the Estes method, which is one person puts on headphones that are connected to the spirit box, and then the other person asks questions. Now, the person who's got the headphones on will not be able to hear what the questions that other person is asking. So they are just going to legit give what they think they are hearing and not be influenced by what they think it's trying to say. That is really rough, though, if you're the one with the headphones on.
Yeah. Yeah. I said eventually we'll start off our investigations with with guests, some talks. Will be in a more well-lit area. We'll go over the equipment, show you what we're going to be using for the night, and then go on. It's just in a live environment, it's very hard to get everything set up and cuts like you see on the TV, where they spend one night recording and a month editing video and audio to make it sound cool. We're just sitting in a couple of camp chairs with a end table in a far east wing of a house.
And normally we wouldn't have candles and all this type of stuff, but we do that so you guys can see what's going on.
And our creepy dog just decided to just go wander off into the house. Whatever.
Do you hear something, Tasha? Every once in a while, I like to check out the room over here to see if, oh, I can't. If anything is moving in front of those green lights. They don't show it very well on this camera. But there's a whole grid of green lights, like you could see a couple of them. And they are, there we go, maybe I just didn't have it high enough, all along the wall there and stuff, so. We have a static cam in there. What'd they say?
Pretty much, yes. Introduction to the space. And you said, watch the dog they know first. Well, she's gone. She was over there, and now she's gone. And it's absolutely terrifying when the dog just runs upstairs, and there's like 200 steps you gotta walk to go like various wings of the house, and then here she comes wandering back in, all like I didn't do nothing. So yeah, when the dog that should be hanging out by us just goes tearing off into the darkness, it's
Yeah.
oh, he's very needy all of a sudden, dog.
There is a ghost cat that I have seen on 3 different occasions. It used to like to hang out in our northwest stairwell, but the Callie chased it, and I think Tasha's chased it off a couple of times too, and so it doesn't come out to say hi to me anymore because I usually have the dogs with me.
Go to bed.
Why are you being so needy? She says, no, I need the pets. And she needs the pets from daddy only, apparently.
Yeah, the coolest thing about the ghost cat was that in that west staircase up to the attic, I can understand there's certain things that I might not have seen, but that's not exactly the biggest staircase ever. And so I would have noticed that there's something there. And then that's where Kat saw the ghost cat. The next day, there was a stuffed a mouse stuffed animal, like a little old school mouse head stuffy from a long time ago that was just sitting there covered in grease and dirt and dust from 1,000 years. And we ended up getting it all cleaned up and everything, and then bringing it back up and giving it back to the ghost cat as kind of a gift, along with some food and snacks for it, just in case.
Well, I think everybody's being pretty shy tonight as far as any spirits.
Yeah, well, I can't do much about the YouTube, but I think if we're going to be wrapping up soon, then I think I'd like to take a quick little tour of the attic, the super creepy space. I'm not going to bring the thermal camera, just going to bring me and go for a walk.
Definitely want to turn. You
want
want
me
a
to-
flashlight or?
I mean, if you want to carry this, I'll carry the laptop if you want.
I hate going up there at night
Oh,
because
that's right.
I have to pay too much attention to where I'm walking.
I hate going up there anytime, but we're going.
I
Okay, Brooke, Gracie, and Rachel, we're going upstairs. So,
John's going upstairs. And it's not that it's too like, oh, creepy or anything for me, but it's like dangerous. There's like different like floorboards that are like missing and stuff, and you really have to pay attention to where you're walking. And the daylight, at least you have a little bit of light up there. So it's not quite as bad, but it's just such pitch darkness up there that, you know, if it was a complete and fine floor, it would be fine. But It is not. So I try not to go up there at nighttime. Tasha's fearless. She goes with daddy everywhere. Callie, she's staying here by mama, my little guard dog. She likes to stay by my side unless she sees the cat. Then she'll go chasing after the cat. And we haven't had any movement on that. So we'll see if anything spoke into the digital recorder that's been going for a while now, or if anything happened in that room or spoke into that camera. It'll take me, and that one just shut off now. Night night. I don't know that it is supposed to just go night night. I'm pretty sure it has a button that you're supposed to hit. Let's see. Put you back on the camera here. So let's grab it and find out. Okay. So it does have a power button on it right there. So that's what you use to turn it on and off. So I think I did actually have the camera over there when it went off. So that's interesting. If there was something or not. I didn't see any movement on the number or anything. Let's see. Well, Callie's like, I'm going to get my bed. That's Callie's bed anyways. Oh, there we go. Now we can see. We can see a whole lot of nothing going on. Well, it smells lovely up here now for my candle, though. It's like a apple candle. It smells delicious. It's making me hungry. It would be really funny if the microphone was working for the TikTok and they could hear me this whole time, though I'm pretty certain they can't.
I don't know what this one would be out there in the attic, but
Who's up in the attic?
there's no one yet.
Okay.
Just seal it up because, you know, don't want none of that. South wing.
So for being such an old house, it is relatively quiet. It doesn't creak and make a lot of noises or anything like that. Like we don't hear noises up here. I think the first or the second night that we were here,
I'm no longer in the room with cat. I am wandering upstairs.
the first or the second night that we were here. Hello, Tasha. Welcome back. Grandma heard. She said it sounded like a big tire being dropped or something. It was really big, right above her room, which is the creepy chair room. We call it the creepy chair room because there's a chair in the room, an old, like, doesn't even hardly have, like, the fabric is all tattered and everything. It's so old and decrepit, and it has creepy vibes. It just had some creepy vibes in it. So, and Tasha just likes to wander around. That
Our neighbors
a
probably
little
think we're insane at this point.
bathroom closet.
They had to have thought we were insane to buy the place in the first place. Okay.
Hello again.
Hello. We explored, and apparently they heard everything you were saying.
They did?
Yeah, well, you're still mic'd, so.
And I was saying to Vicky, because I'm pretty sure Vicky's the only one on here, I was like, that would be funny if they heard everything I was saying. So sorry if I got in the way of John talking.
We forgot about the fact that we're both hooked up to the same wireless mic system and tied to our phone, so.
So you guys heard about how that thing just turned itself off while you were up there?
Which thing?
The EMF reader right there.
Oh.
I turned it
Oh,
back
that's
on.
a creepy dog going through the laser grid over there.
Yeah.
It's hard to see in the night, but whatever.
She's black. She disappears into the darkness, which is real creepy when you just get these eyes.
I'm going to review the camera footage later and just see like this hellhound walking through the room.
With glowing
dogs,
eyes.
Yeah, dogs and cats have like glowing eyes on camera. It's insane. So, like I said, hopefully this is the first of many. We can't wait to have guests and visitors out here. A cat like dog, right? Yeah, they're both demons. But here's the thing. I don't necessarily know what I see or don't see because I'm pretty blind, but I know the dog is not blind. So when Kat says she sees a ghost cat and then all of a sudden the dog chases after it, it was there. I don't care what anyone else says. I might not have seen it because I was in the other room, but dogs don't chase after nothings. I mean, there's always something there. They might be stupid, but they're not blind. I do not know what the dog is doing right now.
Looking for.
Okay, just trying to find.
They both are in guard mama mode now.
Otherwise,
I'm going to show you. This is guard mama mode. They literally surround the mama. And this is how I sleep a lot of times at night. Very well guarded.
They were not happy being blocked downstairs. So
we had to let them come up. Because the black one, she sounded like she was I could hear her banging on that door. And it's glass. Old glass.
Yeah, let's have some. Oh, don't you do that to me. Move that up there. So here. I know what we can do.
Oh, Boo Buddy?
We forgot about Boo Buddy. We never used Boo Buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Boo Buddy. Boo Buddy is this, we'll just call him an expensive little bear that has like 1,000 sensors in there and talks to you. And he is your paranormal investigative companion. So let me just turn him on real quick.
And he is not for Tasha.
Yeah, the dog is going to want to eat this thing.
Hello, people that join. Let us know who you are and where you are at. We are just getting out Boo Buddy here.
Sorry for that.
Hi, I'm Boo Buddy. What's your name?
My name is John.
There we go. See his little light. He's got all these sensors. Tasha just watching like a hawk.
Oh, I can just wait for Boo Buddy to say hey, and the dog's just
right?
Tear it to pieces. So, yes, Teddy Ruskin Ghost Edition.
Yeah, so it will.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So when he hears things, he'll say stuff to try and elicit a response back. When he gets temperature changes, like if there's a drop in temperature, he'll be like, oh, I'm cold. Or he'll be like, it's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I am what it is. I'm going to take my clothes off. No, he doesn't do all that.
Can you tell me what 2 + 2 is?
4.
Now, here's the thing. I think the mode that Boo Buddy's in, apparently, we were just messaged that our ghost knocked out somebody's internet. Oh, but sadness. Technically, Boo Buddy is really useful for when you're doing an EVP session and recording. Boo Buddy's the one asking the questions, and then he pauses and gives the entity, spirit, ghost, whatever you want to happen to refer to it as.
Alphabet A, B, C, D.
right now is where if the EVP was recording right in front of him, this is where you go and listen to see if the
EVP
ghost
is right
responds.
behind him if you want to move it next to him.
Oh, well, you know, if it's recording, it's recording.
Yeah, it's got the microphone, so it'll pick it up.
Okay, so we'll review a lot of this stuff later. And, I know that the Boo Buddy has a thick instruction manual of things you can prompt him with,
Can you
but
finish this?
so tempted to do it. Have you tried leaving the teddy on the creepy chair? We did want to think about that, but not with Teddy. We're going to leave I've got a camera in that room pointed straight at the creepy chair, a permanent drop camera from Blink, and I'm going to put the EVP in there with it, but I did not think to leave Boo Buddy as well, so that's a good idea.
Well, I think that's why we
Can you make a
originally.
noise for me?
Yeah, we'll have read the manual for how to use Boo Buddy by next time. I feel horrible. Because either I make the ghost hunting equipment myself, or we get it and it's fairly self-explanatory. But this is the first time I bought like a complex thing.
I mean, I did read it, like, I don't know, a year and a half
Can you tell
ago.
me a secret?
So, there. Next time, what we'll do is
He's the newest piece of our ghost hunting equipment, so we've actually only used him one time over at Jenny and Mike's house. How many people you got in your live over there?
2.
You have 2? It says I have 2 as well, although I have no idea who it is because nobody has talked in a long time, and apparently, I'm
Can you
guessing.
touch my tummy?
I can. I don't know if you're asking the ghost or not, though.
If you touch him, I think he giggles if something does touch him.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
ticklish.
Okay. So yeah, he literally is tickle me Elmo from hell. So
Turn the T-Rex off.
my little sensor here tells me it's 52 degrees in here right now. It's about 5 or 6 degrees warmer than seeing your voice. So
What? Did you say something? Can you please say it again?
yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a very interesting review later.
Yeah.
Because we have to review the footage from a couple different cameras and the 2 different EVPs.
Tasha just cannot get comfortable and calm down.
Do you have a favorite song?
Callie over there hasn't moved at all, but and the dog's the most interesting thing here.
Who's in yours?
Alive?
Yeah.
It keeps telling me people are joining, but
Then they probably leave out.
right away, because yeah, it still only says there's 2 people, and
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
That was me.
yeah, the our doggo will eat stuffies that are provided to her, so we have to keep any stuffies like that or ones that the house has gifted us. We will keep them far away from the dog.
Yeah, like I feel bad because the mouse that we cleaned up for the cat, I had to actually hang it on the wall because if I leave it
Do
on
you
the
have more
floor,
friends we can play with?
if I leave it on the floor, Tasha will come up here. When she comes up here, she'll grab it and rip it to pieces in like a minute.
And for what it's worth, unlike Zach Brannigan or whatever the dude's name is, Ghost Hunters, Ghost Hunter International, the Ghost Squad, the 1,000 other ghost shows, you'll never hear me scream, "Oh my God, what was that?" and like
Do
die
you
for
know what
something.
time it is?
We'll never do an investigation of a German castle and expect the EVP from the ghost to say things in English from a 1,000-year-old German castle. Let's just say we're gonna try to cheat the system. We're gonna at least get more creative than just fake audio and somebody banging on a wall.
Yeah, we'll just let Tasha wander around creepily. That's more than enough right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Do you like to play pretend?
I've gone up to the attic a few times, and I didn't even know Tasha was let into that part of the house, let alone go to the second floor, let alone make it to the attic without me noticing any noise, setting off any cameras or making any sounds. And then all of a sudden I turn around and just see eyes and this dog. And she's like, "Hi, Dad." Yeah. And so, yeah, she can just go herself and stay out of my attic.
Oh, it says there's 3 people in here now.
Want to be my friend?
We really do want to be your friend, Boo Buddy.
We
We
do.
want you to make friends with the any spirits in the house.
So one of my girlfriends said that she saw a young girl in the burnt out wing. So we might want to try Boo Buddy with the recorder out there sometime.
Boo Buddy in the library with the candlestick.
Probably sooner rather than later, since that's going to be undergoing construction in the next.
Do you want to hold my hand?
In the next couple of weeks. I do want to hold your hand, Boo Buddy. You're adorable.
Somebody commented that we moved into the Amityville house, Rachel, and I looked up the original house that the Amityville story is actually based on. And despite the movies from like the 70s through the 90s and beyond that show the Amityville house being this like huge like barn-looking house, the Amityville house is actually it's like a little ranch beach house on the corner in some city downtown. And,
Do you want to play
it's
a
funny,
game?
like the entire Amityville house for real would fit in like my basement with room left over for the pit to hell from the last one. So, yeah, by the way, for whoever's listening, I don't dream very often because I'm a narcoleptic, and I don't get REM sleep because I die every time I go to sleep. And so I'm on medicine and machines, so I sleep. So when I actually dream, it's something serious. And without realizing it, I named the
How old are
camera
you?
for the attic Gone Forever, and I named the camera for the basement A Quiet Place. And without realizing what I was doing, half asleep, I told Kat that the basement it's a safe place. Don't worry, it's a safe place. Good to go. Despite it being catacombs upon catacombs, like 3,000 square feet in the basement of just hallways and catacombs and other creepy places. And then I had a dream where it was actually the people in the basement or whatever's in the basement actually setting the fires, and
I like cookies.
the people in
What's
the
your favorite
attic
food?
were actually innocent. And the people in the basement just my dream was that they started a fire and I couldn't get out because I kept trying to like go back in to save people that weren't there because I was confused. And it turns out that according to my dream, the basement's actually the dangerous place, and they start fires and then blame it on the people in the attic. And seeing as this house has had a number of fires over the years, yeah, it's
2 large ones that we know
I
of.
like music. What music do you like?
Yeah, by the way, for those who have just joined, that is a Boo Buddy from the Ghost Hunt Shop. And we've got an EVP running over there with the Boo Buddy, so hopefully whatever's talking to Boo Buddy is being recorded by one of the electronic voice recorders. And although I don't see any activity on any of the REM pods or anything like that, we'll of course review it all later.
I like good stories. Please tell me one.
Aw, you cold baby.
Anything else?
I wish I had a way of telling who was in this live, because it says there's 3 people in here, and I'm guessing Vicky came back, but I don't know who else is in here.
Yes, Vicky, we have, not only is there a smoke detector in every room, there's carbon monoxide detectors in like every other room, and then I put up
What color is the light in
I
my
put up
tummy?
a grid sensor system for a smart smoke detector so that if it goes off anywhere in the house, they're all alerted and it announces where the fire is at or whatever. They can tell the difference between smoke and fire and heat and everything else, so it can actually alert you to the danger level. Because this house has really like 160 years of wall, We've determined that if you're more than one room away from somebody, even if they're yelling, you're not going to hear them. Downstairs, it's
What's your
just
favorite
even
story?
worse with all the corners and mazes. So, I mean, literally, I'll be in like the mud room or the spa, and I'll be yelling out to Kat who's in the kitchen, like 2 rooms away, and I'll come in and she'll just be sitting there and quiet, not, oh, you said something? I didn't hear nothing. So, yeah, if a smoke alarm were to go off in one part of the house, nobody would hear it. So I have to have them all linked now in a smart system. So yes, very worried about more fires, but hopefully we're a little bit more vigilant than previous owners.
What's your favorite color?
Rachel, we did do a smudging and a cleansing last
Sunday.
weekend, this last Sunday, just 6-7 days ago, and with some local witches, and they went through, and I guess they didn't like try to boot everybody out of the house. It was more of a, let's go have a talk with them, set some ground rules, and tell them that no causing trouble. In the worst case scenario, they're not allowed to leave a certain part of the house.
What's your
We
favorite toy?
gave them the opportunity to leave if they didn't like our rules. Which, yeah, I guess the only rule is don't hurt anybody. And don't hurt anybody, don't hurt the house, and no trying to like scare grandma. Told them they could feel free to scare anybody that was ghost hunting because, I mean, if you're ghost hunting, then you signed up for that. How long has that bag been hanging on the doorknob over
1,
there?
2, 3,
No
4.
idea.
Okay, that wasn't one that you put up, so that's like been there forever.
Yeah, they're actually, we never closed any of the doors up here ever. We always left them open,
No.
but when I went to close them all, there's bags on like every door,
Okay.
on both sides too.
It looks like there's something in them. Did you see what was in any of them, or?
No, I don't go and check what's in a bag.
Okay, I was just curious.
So,
Just have not spent much time upstairs because been worried about trying to get
Can you tell me what 2 plus 2 is?
the downstairs.
that was
unpacked
before
and
Blue Buddy.
everything. But I think I'm gonna get ready to call it a night as I'm cold and my butt is falling asleep. I don't know if it's frozen or asleep or a little bit of both.
These are air fresheners.
Ah,
Blade plug stuff.
oh, of course, it's the ones that we're all allergic to.
You know your alphabet? A, B, C, D.
So the house has settled, like these are original doors and doorways. Some of the woodwork, I'll try and show you over here. Like some of the stuff has been taken off. Well, this was added in later, and you can tell because of how short it is compared to the other doors. Like those, see, these are, sorry, I just realized I'm pointing up at the ceiling. These are like original doors here. Well, this one is anyways, but like this was just a closet and then they made it into a bathroom when these were apartments. But like that one is much lower than that one. And this one is lower as well. And this one's very small. So I think those were added in afterwards. But these original doors, a lot of them have settled, like, so they're crooked. So you have to give a good, hello, camera fell. You got to give a good heft to get the doors closed if they will close. But, all right, anything else you want to say or do before we call it a night, John?
No, it's
Can you tell me a secret?
Well-
I've walked them through most of the upstairs. There's a wing or two that we haven't, but
Yeah. Thanks to everybody that joined in. You all have yourselves a wonderful rest of your weekend. And what's she trying to get at?
I have no idea. Dog is creepy. Dog is so creepy. We just let the dog be creepy. For whoever's listening, dog is creepy.
Can you touch my tummy?
I can touch your tummy, boo buddy, but you know what? We've had one enough of you.
All right. Good night, everybody. I'm going to call it. Thanks for joining. And we'll see when we'll do another one. I'll let you all know. All right. Peace, love, and ghost hunting. Meow.
What's left to close? Oh, that was that.